So you wanna be a master of Pokemon? Do you have the skills to be number one?
I wanna take the ultimate step, find the courage to be bold, to risk it all and not forget the lessons that I hold. I wanna go where no one's been, far beyond the crowd. Yeah, learn the way to take command, use the power that's in my hand. Hey,
We all live in a Pokemon world, and I wanna be
the greatest master of them all.
We all live in a Pokemon world, and
I put myself to the test, I'll be better than all the rest.
So you wanna be a master of Pokemon? Do you have the skills to be number one? We all live in a Pokemon world, and I wanna be
The greatest master of them all.
Pokemon.
Oh, is it here? Are we here? Oh, whoa, there we go. Oh, man. Let me change this around a little bit. All right. Usually I start off by saying, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, idealists and visionaries, but you know what? I don't want to. Screw you guys. I don't want to do it. So I'm not going to say no. But today we're here for a different reason, guys. And I am graciously say no, not graciously. No, seriously. I'm trying to be a good homie and I'm helping my boy out. He's starting something new, a new segment, and eventually it will be on his page. So definitely we're going to just be linking him when that happens, and you guys should follow him for this content. But we're going to test it out and see how it goes here first. But without further ado, y'all know who he is. The man, the myth, the legend. Xantar Boogles, everybody.
Thank you. Welcome, everybody, to the first maiden voyage of the cyclical symposium of fables and gambits, which is just a fancy title of the annual meeting of Nerd Talk. I will be your host, Xantar Boogles, the one and only hot take chef. And today we're going to be talking about a very special man in our childhood lives. I don't know about you, but for me personally, Mr. Ash Ketchum. Now, Ash has been around for about 30 years, 25 years, something along that lines. And only recently has he been retired from the public eye. So today we're going to start off this segment in a way to...
Bro, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Give me 1 second.
Oh, okay. Sorry, guys. 1 second.
Also, hi, I'm here.
Yes, sorry.
Hello.
He didn't introduce.
No, you're good.
It's not my thing. So
You're good, bro.
I'm trying not to take
Sorry.
over.
You're good.
I'm
It's all
actually
good.
working everybody too, because I am a man of many hats. So I had to talk to somebody real quick. But today I am graciously supported by my two homies, J-Smack TV and Idealisticon.
What's up? What a dookie.
Yo, why were Crazy just chilling on your neck like that? I mean, it's cool.
Well, why is Zekrom just chilling on your desk like that?
Because he's Zekrom. I have no say of what he does. So
Yeah, Rayquaza.
He decorated nicely for the channel.
Shiny Rayquaza was just like, I want uppies, and I was like, all right, I got you.
Want uppies. Charizard wants uppies. Let me put Charizard over here.
But yeah, y'all. We're gonna talk about Ash Ketchum, the one and only. And we're gonna see. I feel like we're all on the same page here. Um,
I'm
But,
hoping
I
we're
don't
all
wanna
on the same page here. I mean, I like.
I don't want to speak for anybody, but I feel like we should all be on the same page. I have notes, I have receipts, I have feats, if you
Man,
will.
he definitely got feats.
For my boy Ash, man.
Ash is
Um,
at this point. Ash is legendary trainer status. Like,
oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Um, but yeah, I don't really know what direction we're going. I'm gonna wait till Xantar comes back.
apparently, he got something hot for us. We'll see. When Xantar gets going, you know something's gonna fly. Something's going. When he get going on
Yeah.
the topic, you know something about to go down.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I still don't have a spot for Charizard, man, but I'm gonna organize that before the ZA stream. Oh, yo, did you see? Gen Runner? He's selling his hat.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, he's selling like version. He's selling like the
Oh,
hat
like
that he-
yeah.
yeah.
I've seen that. I thought you meant like his hat.
No. He's just
I
selling.
was gonna say, how much he selling that for? Because
versions.
that's a collectible right there.
Yeah. But I was thinking about getting one for the next time we run into him, so like we can sign it.
Absolutely. I definitely want to get one too, because I told you I want to cosplay as him.
Oh, you got it. Then you definitely got to get one.
Yeah. I don't know where you got the Big Man Blastoise hoodie, but
Man, he got
probably.
He got the hoodie, the jean jacket. He decked out with Big Man Blastoise.
Yeah, I saw that brown jacket. That it was a Letterman jacket that he had. He wore this one time. I forget what was on it. I think it was like Eevee on the back of it or something like that. But
okay.
Yeah, I did see that he has like his hat customized.
Yeah.
Oh, we lost Xantar.
He'll be back. We're waiting. We're patient.
Do you wanna slow burn it? Like what do you want to start it out maybe?
I mean, we could.
What do you think?
I don't know. I don't know what I want to see what he has to say first. So it's kind of hard to know what to say.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm curious about what he actually has to say because he hasn't told me nothing. I don't know if he told you anything. He hasn't said nothing.
He just told same thing he told you. He told me like we're gonna talk about Ash Ketchum, and he said if we're gonna co-sign or debunk what he has to say or whatever. Like I said, I feel like we're all on the same page with Ash,
Right.
like generally speaking. But I don't know. There are some like Mars. Mars hates Ash.
Mars hates Ash, really?
He doesn't. I don't think he hates him, right? But like
Right.
he definitely like
He don't respect Ash.
yeah. And I'm like, bro, people in his verse respect him.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But to each his own. To each his own.
I had
man.
somebody ask me today. It was like Ash and Red are the same person, right? I was like, nah. No, is Ash based off the Red in the beginning? Kind of, yes, but they're not the same person. He was like, really? They're not the same person? I was like, yeah, they're not. It's a whole thing.
That's like Blue and Gary that aren't the same person.
Yeah.
I had a heated debate with that with somebody. They're like, they're the same person. They have the same Pokemon. I'm like, then why do they call each other different names? As simple as that.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, even the Pokemon even came out and said that they're not the same person. Like
they're not. They're in different universes and stuff.
mhm.
And
for one, Red never talks. Like Red never talks.
Mm-hmm.
Ash
debatably talks too much.
Yeah. Red is a man of action, same as Ash. It's just that Ash talks way more than Red ever did. Red about getting bodies. Like he don't really.
People have asked like who would win in a fight, Red, like in a battle, Red or Ash. I say Ash. Like kind of easily too.
Okay, wait, I take it back just a little bit. Red did speak in that one Mega Evolution series.
Yeah.
That was it. That was the first time
Maybe not heard. Easily. He probably doesn't beat Red easily.
I'm not saying I'm not giving him the W off like an easy win. But
I say hard diff, bro. Hard diff. Not even extreme diff. Like Ash beats Red.
Mm-hmm.
Cause like you gotta think too, like Red's Pokemon, like yeah, he has a Mewtwo and the legendary birds,
Mm-hmm.
but like one, he doesn't even use yo 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 yo.
Who that? Who popped in there?
I don't know. Oh, they
Oh,
left.
yeah, I don't know who that was.
But to make it like I don't know, consistent, like we gotta use Red's like final team, not really just his strongest mons. Cause even if we use both of their strongest mons, Ash still wins like by a lot.
Let's be
Because
real.
you gotta think, bro. Ash owns Solgaleo. He has a Solgaleo,
He
but he doesn't
does.
like. You know what I'm saying? Like
He lets Solgaleo run wild and protect the islands. That's it.
yeah, Mewtwo ain't beating that.
No.
I don't care what plot armor.
Nah, bro. No, Mewtwo ain't beating. No, Mewtwo ain't beating that. Solgaleo, come on, bro. Bodying him. One shot. Hello?
All right, I'm good. Sorry about that, guys.
It's all good,
Yeah, you
man.
good, bro?
The manager here shut off the internet, and I was like, "What's going on?"
Jeez.
So, all right, so yes, I'm glad you guys are holding it down, talking about Red. I was gonna get to that,
Of
but
course.
yeah, pretty much. Ash has represented strife in a way that most kids' cartoons doesn't really represent. Maybe Avatar. And what I mean by this is that Ash is not a hero he's not very successful in his dreams or his endeavors. Like when you watch an anime, usually there's a progression towards the final victory. And Ash is very unique in the fact that he is not a character that's had. Ash hasn't had many victories. He only has two championships outside of his world coronation victory.
Okay.
And even though he's made it to the top 16 almost every time, there's no ribbon just for participating in the Pokemon League.
It's
He
So
true.
made it to the
compared
top
to
16 like a couple times, but most of the times he made it top 8.
That's true. That's true.
Like
yeah, but like you know what I mean? Like
and
he doesn't get you don't get a trophy for that. Like they give him the recognition every time, but like it's not like let's say a Goku or a Yusuke, people who also participate in tournaments in anime.
And you mean people who can consistently get the dub is what you're saying?
well, there was only one tournament of power.
No, not
Or
even
not
just
the tournament, the
like at
tournament
least Goku. So Goku participated in 3 world championship tournaments in Dragon Ball before he actually won, even though he made the finals twice.
Okay.
Yeah, I
So
feel that.
So all 3 times when Goku makes it to the finals, even though he loses the first 2 times, you could tell there's a huge progression between when he fought Jackie Chun and when he fought Tien. Like the Tien fight was a lot more intense, and even though he lost, it was still one of those events where you still see his growth as a character. Whereas Ash, he resets his Pokemon teams every time, so it's kind of hard to measure his worth. Pikachu is also very inconsistent with his power levels, so that doesn't help. But
Well,
what makes sorry, I was gonna say, but what makes Ash stand out is his perseverance as a man who
that's what
never
I was
gives
gonna
up.
say.
Yeah, he never gives up, and he loves his friends among everything. So even though he loses, the fact that he was able to have an experience with his Pokemon is as much of a reward as any trophy would actually be.
Is that it?
So,
Oh, I'm sorry.
no.
Okay.
All right. But Ash has also experienced a lot of BS. One of the things that, as a kid growing up, always made me upset was Charizard's disrespect to the guy who saved him. A lot of people love Charizard as their favorite Pokemon, and a lot of people love Charizard as their favorite Pokemon because Ash is Charizard. I usually hear Ash is Charizard. But out of every Charizard in the series, Ash's Charizard is the most disrespectful.
There's a reason though.
There is a reason, but it's also one of those things where it always rubbed me the wrong way because of the way he was introduced.
Okay.
He was introduced as a person who was abandoned and almost died in the rain. And Ash took it upon himself to take care of you.
But
And then, I don't know if anybody remembers this, he also almost died in a cave about like 12, 13 episodes after that. So when you have these bonding experiences, just because you don't have the trainer recognition, there's always this one thing, like as a writer, he's had disrespectful Pokemon that have been a little bit more respectful to the fact that he saved them. Because Ash doesn't catch Pokemon. He recruits them to his crew like he's Monkey D. Luffy. So what is your guys' thoughts on Charizard? Ash's
Okay.
Charizard specifically.
All right. So I'm gonna ask you this: do you know, basically in Gen 1 with Ash, getting his badges and everything? Do you know how he gets his badges
By
in Gen
friendship.
1 specifically?
He doesn't get them by winning battles, which
Correct.
makes sense.
He got all 8 badges, but he didn't earn them by battling and winning. I think he earned like 3 out of the 8.
Yeah.
Like a lot of them were just given to him, right? Now what Pokemon would you say Ash used the most in the beginning of Gen 1?
It was definitely Charmander.
It was Charmander.
Like, it was not
Charmander,
even
Charmeleon, and somewhat Charizard, right? He would even use Charizard when Charizard didn't even listen to Ash.
Facts.
Yeah, like it was more of his favorite Pokemon than Pikachu.
Cool, got it. Do you know in the games they do refer to a lot of the things like lore and mechanics in the games as they refer it into the show as well? I'm sure you guys knew that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
So what happens when you over level a Pokemon and you don't have enough badges?
They don't listen.
All right, I'm actually address that because I was waiting for that to be brought up, and I'm glad it's the first thing. That Charizard disrespected him all the way up until the Elite Four of Johto. By that time, he had earned at least 8 badges.
No, not Johto. Orange Islands came first.
Yeah.
And but Orange Islands is like the G League. I'm going to talk about the Orange Islands
but that's when
sec.
Charizard started listening, though.
Yeah.
Charizard started listening to
when
Orange Islands.
Charizard mainly locked in, like actually 100% locked in, was when he and Ash was disrespected by Gary and Blastoise.
No,
That
he
was
listened. Do you remember the
that was the
episode
last
that?
one.
Do you remember the episode that Charizard listened to Ash? Not locked in, when he listened to Ash.
That was when he fought that Poliwrath.
He fought the Poliwrath. That wasn't Johto.
No, I know, but like even though he started listening to him, like his commands, and on the battlefield, it was still not a mutual respect between trainer and Pokemon.
Yes, it was. He saved Charizard's life.
Yeah, he did. I think it was mutual respect. Charizard was like, "Nah, he the homie. He saved my life."
Yeah, there was. Do you remember the moment that he was looking like at Ash, like Ash, like saved Charizard from like Team Rocket or something, and he fell to the ground and was knocked out. Charizard looked at Ash for like 10 different frames, and was just like, "Damn, he really got my back." All right, let me rock out with him, man. And he actually listened to Ash ever since then.
Mm-hmm. Like even when he went to the finals of the Orange League, he was listening really well. He was to the point that he was going toe to toe with that Dragonite for a while.
Yeah, he got body though.
He did. but
my goat got bodied.
yeah, he got bodied. But when he was fully at the beginning, he was Dragon Knight was like, okay, let me lock in.
Yeah.
See, when the reason I said lock in is because Ash has Pokemon that listen to him, but that they don't lock in, and because they don't lock in and they don't take it seriously, they usually have poor results. Look at Torkoal. Torkoal has never been.
That's Ash's fault. That's not the Pokemon's fault.
That's 100% fair. We are talking about the man. He's not perfect.
That is partly it's not just the Pokemon's fault. That's definitely I would say 60% Ash's fault.
Like, think about it, bro. Like you said, Torkoal. How many battles has Torkoal actually done? Not that many.
14 battles and he won 3.
And it was, in my opinion, it was the way Ash utilized Torkoal.
Yeah, you put a Torkoal against a Darkrai? You put a Gibble against a Darkrai? Come on, bro. That I'm not saying Ash is perfect. He's definitely not. He's far from it.
Yeah.
But if we're going to talk about like Charizard disrespecting Ash, that's understandable why Charizard disrespected Ash, in my opinion. Because again, like, if we're going off of the show also goes off of game mechanics. And in game mechanics, if you have a level 50 and you only have one badge, that mon is not going to listen to you. It's going to fall asleep in middle of the battle, which Charizard did a couple times. It's going to attack
majority of the time.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it'll even attack itself. It'll, like, it just won't listen to you. It is what it is. And that's the thing. Like, I get it. Charizard, like, was abandoned and Ash, looked out for him and made sure he was good. And, he should have listened to Ash. But if we're going off of Pokemon, it's justifiable as to why he didn't listen to Ash. And people forget about that. People forget about that kind of stuff. Like, let me see. He cheated against Brock. I guess he technically did beat Brock, but he cheated, bro. How are you gonna hurt a ground type with an electric? I don't care if it's wet. That's crazy. He got the badge given to him with Misty. Misty would have lost though.
If you want to be technical about the Onyx fight, he cooked Onyx from the inside out. So he used the fire move on like whatever is inside, like whatever you would consider organs to be in Pokemon, like whatever type.
He used he used the fire or the fire not the fire extinguisher, the water sprinklers.
The
and then electrocuted
and
him.
Water combined makes like a heat, like kind of like burning the rock from the inside out, like in science terms. I mean, so like.
I always thought ground was immune to electric, meaning it doesn't get affected no matter what.
I don't know. I mean, I understand it. It's a gray area to me because, like, the water.
It's a very gray area.
The water makes sense because it does conduct electricity, but then again, I guess the also part of it, like, he is a ground type, so literally based off Pokemon statistics, it's not supposed to work. But I don't know. It's a gray area, really gray area.
Yeah, it's the twilight zone of gray areas.
He beat Surge fairly.
Definitely beat Surge fairly after Pikachu got whacked.
Fairly.
We just skipped like a bunch of badges just now.
No,
he got Erica.
He beat Kuga.
He didn't beat Erica.
He didn't beat Erica. He didn't beat Sabrina.
He beat Kuga.
He beat Koga.
He beat Koga.
And then he beat Blaine, and then he beat Team Rocket using Giovanni's Pokemon.
Yeah, so but that didn't count because Giovanni wasn't present.
That's a great area too, because those aren't Pokemon. Like, it's the same thing that you just said about the leveling system in Pokemon. Like, just because that's not their Pokemon doesn't mean that those Pokemon wouldn't be like level 50s. You know what I mean? Like, those were Giovanni's mons. There wasn't. Like, and Giovanni has been shown.
Yeah, but did he actually beat them and they gave him his badge?
No,
the badge fell out of the sky, bro.
Out of the sky. And not to mention Giovanni. Not to mention Giovanni told them to protect the gym, not become gym leaders. He never told them to start to accept challenges. He never said that. That's the other part of that. Team Rocket just brought it on themselves. Okay,
whatever they want.
Yeah. They decided
That's
to be
what I'm
gym
saying.
leaders.
Like most of his badges were given to him. He didn't actually earn that. So Charizard being over leveled, and again, game mechanics can transfer over to the anime mechanics. It's understandable as to why Charizard didn't listen to Ash. But, you know, a lot of people don't consider that because the Pokemon, I guess, company never came out and said it in
And
the
they never
anime.
will. They never
But they
will.
never will. And they never say these things all the time. Like, and you know, the whole thing you said about Pikachu resetting. The Pokemon company never said, "Oh, Pikachu resets every single generation." They never said that, but we put that together.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, it's more of like, so what I mean by like Charizard didn't show, like, even when he did start listening to Ash, he never, like, when you see Charizard, like, if you see a more recent episode with Charizard coming back, he smiles at Ash, he licks him in the face sometimes. That's a totally different reaction from before the Gary fight.
Yeah, because he okay, but
And
like
it's like,
that
what I'm
doesn't
trying to
mean
say
that
is, like,
before
what
the Gary
I'm not
fight he
trying to say,
listened.
I'm think we're like, we're so stuck on the Charizard. What I'm trying to say is more of like, even though Charizard disrespected him, watching that progression to have Ash eventually have this uncontrollable, strong dragon be an ally is kind of akin to having Jinbei join the crew in One Piece. It's like he said he was going to join the crew, but he's not on the ship yet.
okay.
Now Charizard is officially on the ship. He's a reliable homie.
Yeah, but again, it's like you said, like Charizard, like, you know, licks him when he greets him. He doesn't like breathe fire on him anymore. I mean, that's like most recent generation. Like that's a whole that's like 8 generations away from each other. You know how you know how much Ash like the earned respect, how much he like progressed as a trainer since Gen 1 to Gen 8, Gen 6 even? Like he's come a long fucking way.
It was more the growth of Charizard to earn that respect and then have himself be humbled on the Charizard Island. It would have been a different scenario if Ash wasn't there to like kind of like support him. And that when you Pokemon don't talk, they say their names. So it's really hard to understand what they're feeling. The animators have to do a really good job, and the voice actors have to use inflection and tone. But
In scenes too. Like
Yeah.
yeah,
when Charizard didn't say a single thing when he was fighting that Poliwrath that episode, you could tell Charizard respected
exactly.
Ash and he understood like, okay, I rocks with you.
There we
I'm
go.
gonna listen to you now.
Now we have completed the circle. But it's like that as a child growing up, seeing this, it helps you as a young man or woman understand that people could come around to your side to not fully give up on people if they're in your corner, but to also respect the gap in between your relationship and growth. You could close the gap, and it is going to be a lot of work, but it is also a journey. And it's really cool how a children's cartoon was able to portray such deep emotions through a simple relationship between a young boy and a flame lizard.
Yeah. And it's unfortunate that Charizard gets all that hate, but people don't read in between the lines, man. You know? Some people just don't read in between the lines. And I understand, you know, people are like, oh, I don't like Charizard because he's overrated. Okay, Charizard's in like every single thing. I get that. But so is Pikachu. Nobody says that about Pikachu.
That's because Pikachu has the cute factor, so they let it slide. Like, you know, Pikachu, the face of Pokemon, he's cute. Let it slide. Everybody love Pikachu.
Yeah, but Charizard is the other side of the coin of Pokemon.
No, and I
Like,
agree with you on that. That's
you
what I'm
know,
saying. Like
yeah,
that's the only reason Pikachu gets a pass. Like,
right. Like Ash's last battle, what was it against? a Charizard. Like,
I was gonna end the video with that. Thank you.
But nah, man. All right, what else you got for us, bro?
All right, so actually, Jordan talked about it a lot. The similarities between the player character, which is us, and Pokemon the series.
Okay.
He already brought up the leveling system with Charizard. I'm gonna bring up something else. Remember when you're playing Pokemon Gold, who is the person who's caused more PTSD than Cynthia probably in Pokemon? It's Whitney.
Whitney. 100%.
100%.
When you go watch the episodes, Ash got washed by Rollout comparatively like everybody else did.
Mm-hmm.
And watching him literally be like, what is going on? How do I stop this giant cow from killing my dudes? Is 100% relatable.
Mm-hmm. And you know why most people struggled with Whitney? It's because nobody wanted to pick up a Geodude or a Machop.
That's facts. That's facts.
Nobody wanted to pick them up. Like, you know, and I'm that same person. I didn't have Machop or Geodude on my team.
I didn't
but
either.
they would have carried.
I don't dislike them, but it always turned me off that I couldn't get the final evos without trading. So I never really focused on them during.
I think that's what it was for me
unless
too. I'm like, why am I going after these Pokemon? I can't get the final evolutions when I don't have someone to trade with right now. Like,
yeah, and I get that, but Machop and Geodude alone, like not even Machoke or Graveler, Machop and Geodude will body the milk tank. Like Rollout doesn't do, especially Geodude. Rollout won't do much to Geodude, and Geodude can, I think it can learn like a fighting move. I can't remember exactly, but Rock Throw.
I think it was Karate Chop.
Yeah, it was something like that, right? And
Karate Chop and probably Low Kick.
yeah, exactly. But like that's my point. Like nobody wanted to pick those up, right? And I get it. They're not, you know, cute and badass. And again, like you said, like you guys said, like you can't get the final Evo if you don't have a friend to trade and yada yada yada. But they would have helped. I mean, all three of your starters, they get what is Bayleaf gonna do? What is Quilava gonna do?
Oh, nothing.
Yeah,
what is Crocodile gonna do?
Forever, okay? That's what she's gonna do.
Like, you could put it to sleep, but I mean, outside of that, not much. And also, like, people, you know, had Pidgey. Pidgey gets wrecked by Rollout. Rattata gets wrecked by Rollout. After a certain point.
People thought going to get a Nidoqueen or a Nidoran early might have helped.
With double kick. That's what I did. I was like, double kick I need a double kick this thing. But
trying to get a Moonstone early was
yeah. Nah, she was a problem. She was the first real big problem in the game and in the anime.
But here's the thing.
And I'm glad they did that in the anime too.
But here's the thing. I don't think it was just that no one wanted it. No one anticipated her being such of a problem. When you first start the game, no one anticipated this. No one anticipated this utter milk-giving cow was going to wreck your shit. Like,
but it's like the Game Freak has been very consistent with this. Usually, for the first I can say it confidently for the first 3 generations. After that, my memory gets a little foggy. But it usually starts you off with like a decent challenge. The first gym leader, then the second gym leader is like more or less the same, just a little bit stronger. The third gym leader in the first 3 generations is where you really have to like learn the game. It's like by this time it's like, okay, you need to know type advantages, you need to know what's like your stats and stuff, because if you let Lieutenant Surge, Whitney, or Watson do what they want to do, they will take you out usually 8 times out of 10.
Yeah.
No matter what composition you have.
Yeah, I would say though, in Gen 3, it really wasn't Watson, because most of us had a Blaziken by then or a Combuskin by then, right?
Yeah.
The big problem, which isn't like comparable to Whitney. I'm not saying it was comparable at all, but the big problem in Gen 3 was your dad. That slacking was an issue.
That slacking is an issue. That's the Vigoroth to the slacking was a fucking issue.
Dude, slash crits hurt a lot.
Gen 3 was different because Gen 3 you had you had Watson, and you're like, oh, it can't get any worse than this. Then you got Flannery, who uses Sunny Day.
Yeah, because Watson's Pokemon never missed with Shockwave. They never missed. So it was like,
And then you're like, oh my gosh, like, is there going to be any chill? Then you just laid out how crazy Norman is, and you think he would be nice to you because that's your kid, and he's like, no, I got to teach him the way of the world.
Dog.
And then
slacking.
you go on vacation, you meet these twins that are gym leaders, and they double battle you, and you're like, oh, this is gonna be fun, and it is not fun. It is so stressful.
It was never
so
fun.
like by the time you get to the gym, you're like, it's gonna get worse.
It was never fun. And then I ain't gonna hold you. Don't get me wrong. Cynthia will probably the champion that gave most people PTSD. But you can't forget the Elite Four of Hoenn were built different. I'm gonna be completely
They really
honest.
are.
They built different. They're built different. I ain't especially what was the dragon? Drake. What was the dragon?
Drake.
Elements.
What?
No, his name was Drake.
Drake. For Hoenn?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Dude was built different. He had every dragon type from that region and was bodying. I
don't know, man. They were pretty formidable. But backtracking though, Lance was an issue. Like
Yeah.
Gen 1, because like think about it. He had 3 Dragonites, and all 3 of them had the elemental moves that countered no matter what starter Pokemon you picked. They had Thunder, they had Ice Beam, and Fire Blast or something like that.
Yeah.
So like all 3 of those, like Fire Blast for your grass type, Ice Beam for your grass type, and Electric for your water type.
Or flying.
But and also like that's another reason why people are like, oh, Charizard should have been Fire Dragon. No, Charizard would have been fucking busted if it was Fire Dragon. Because think about it, Dragonite and Dragon Pokemon, what are their like main resistances? Is all 3 starter Pokemon types. It resists grass by 4, Dragonite specifically. It resists fire and it resists water. So it's like, yeah, Lance, I had to restart so many times playing against Lance. In Gen 3, me personally, I guess, Gen 3, like with Emerald and Ruby and Sapphire,
yeah,
I was a little bit more like, I understand it now kind of a mode, you know? Like,
yeah, no, I give you that. I give you that. I guess what it was for me, Drake, what was his name? Drake? Drake,
yeah,
right?
Drake.
I thought Drake.
He was an issue.
Drake was an issue to the point that I didn't feel like the champion was as bad as Drake. I felt like Drake was worse than the champion.
Who, Steven?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
And just a personal opinion. I felt like I was able to manage Steven better than I was able to manage Drake.
Oh, absolutely. I could agree with that. Because Steven, he had a big weakness. At Gen 3, dragons didn't have that much of a weakness.
No, we didn't. They didn't have much of anything. And then in Hoenn, you didn't have really many Pokemon that could counteract these dragons.
Mm-hmm. You had to have your own Salamence.
There wasn't many ice. There wasn't really any ice types. The dragons were far and few between. You had to figure out how to get them. The best dragon, easiest dragon to get was Trap Pinch. You didn't even know that motherfucker.
Flygon.
You didn't even know that motherfucker turned into a dragon. That's the crazy part.
Right.
You were like, I can get a dragon. This dude turns into a dragon type. When did we find? What? Hold up. Rewind. Backtrack. Like,
see, I knew it turned into like Flygon at least. And granted, I'm not gonna say everybody had this ability, but like I knew a lot of the Mons that evolved into it because I had the book.
Oh, you had the book. Yeah, see, I didn't have the book.
That's what I'm saying. I know a lot of kids didn't grow up with the book, and they don't even make those things anymore, man. Like, I really want to get my hands on the Emerald book. Oh my God, man. It had all the Pokemon up to Emerald version. And I had the book and I was like, oh snap, that's what it evolves into? Okay, cool. Bet. I'm gonna level it up to that.
Yeah. Here's the thing. It's not that I couldn't get the book. My mom said, "You got the game. What you need the book for?" Like, look at. I was
Yeah,
like, "Oh,
right.
okay." I was like, "All right, whatever."
Nah, the book helped out a lot. I don't know, man. Now that I'm thinking about it, who was the hardest gym leader of each region? Like, obviously, Gen 1. Is it obvious? Who was the hardest in Gen 1?
Gen 1? Yeah,
In the games, I guess.
I say it was Brock. If you didn't start off with, if you didn't have Venusaur, Ivysaur, or I say Brock because most of us chose Charmander.
Yeah. I don't know because like Charmander also learned Metal Claw.
Not in Gen 1.
Not in like Fire Red and Leaf Green he did, but not in the very first one.
So that's why
it might be Giovanni.
Giovanni was my other answer, but
yeah, Giovanni's up there because
Giovanni was a problem.
Yeah, Gen 2 obviously Whitney.
Yeah.
Gen 3, I'd personally say it's Norman.
No, I agree with Norman.
Norman was a problem. I would get crit slashed all the time, bro.
Yeah, no, Norman sent me to the Pokemon Center a few times.
Gen 4, I'd say.
Gen 4, are we talking about trainers? I mean, gym leaders?
Yeah, gym leaders. Obviously, it's Cynthia. But, she's Elite Four.
Yeah, she's champion, so that don't. Ooh.
For me in Gen 4, it's the ground gym leader usually gives me trouble.
Which one was that one?
You talking about Warwick's?
I forgot his name. He's Warwick's dad.
Oh,
Warwick's dad.
The Texan.
He had steel.
Yeah, he had steel. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
It felt like he hit me. Every move he had was ground, like earthquake.
Well, he had still ground types. That's what it was. It was still ground types.
He was cheating. He's a dual type gym leader. He's a liar.
Well, Bastidon's steel rock, but
they can still learn ground moves though.
Yeah,
it didn't feel that. It didn't feel like I was getting hit with steel Pokemon. Like it's not like I was fighting. I forgot her name in the second generation.
I'm about to look it up real quick. Who were the gym leaders? Because I can't remember right now.
I kind of want to say Volkner, but I don't know if that's. I feel like it might be.
Volkner was surprisingly easy for me.
Yeah, because it's Rourke, Gardenia.
All right, I brought it up. Hold up.
Gardenia was pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, grass is usually pretty easy. They have so many weaknesses.
Yeah, Gardenia.
It was Rourke, Gardenia.
Maylene. Maylene was she was kind of a problem, but not really. Crasher, Wake. Fifth gem. Fatina, you know what? I put Fatina up there.
Yeah, I was gonna say she was a problem.
She was a problem, bro. Fatina, it's Fatina.
Yeah, I'd have to agree.
I'm usually a dark ghost gym leader, so like my teams usually don't really have trouble with like.
Yeah, no, it was Fatina. It was Fatina. That drift blimmer was an issue, bro. It was an issue. Especially she kept minimizing it, and I couldn't hit the motherfucker. Like
Fatina was kind of annoying. You'd have to poison it like early on.
Mm-hmm.
Gen 5. I can't really remember all the. Gen 5 was pretty easy. It felt like a cakewalk.
What's up? You didn't take a picture of it? No, I'm gonna take a picture right now and send it to her. All right. It's the same shit as before, so that's why I didn't do it, but I'll do it right now.
Yeah, but yeah, Fatina. Yeah, as for Generation 4. Yeah, that was her. She was a big issue.
So what's next?
I think we're waiting on him to tell us. I think he got busy for a second. But yeah, man. Oh, what the heck? Where'd you come from? Yeah, but other than that, like we talk about gym leaders for each region. After that, it started to seem like it got easier over time. I didn't really
Yeah,
start having not. I didn't really start having too much of a problem with gym leaders after that.
right.
Because what I think it was when Gen 5 came around, that's when everything changed. I didn't really have a problem with any gym leader in Gen 5.
Yeah, because like we're playing since Gen 1, so we're kind of chilling.
Yeah. And then, so Gen 5 was black and white. Gen 6 was X and Y.
Callous. Yep.
Yeah. But that's where the game changed. Mega Evolution changed everything.
I didn't really struggle with any gym leaders after Gen 5
No,
or
I
even
didn't.
Gen 4.
No, I didn't struggle with no gym after Gen 4. I didn't struggle with any gym leaders. I was just saying, like,
Yeah.
when Mega Evolution was introduced, it changed the game because then
Oh
you had
yeah,
to
100%.
because now Mega Evolution can change your typing. So we're like, okay, what are you like? Oh, this don't work on you no more. What works on you now?
I think that's when I started getting into competitive.
Yeah, like I didn't know Gyarados when the Mega Evolves turned into a Dark type and a Water type. I was like, oh, okay. Kitty. You're unable to learn Rock Smash. Jesus Christ.
Hello.
Rare.
Yeah. How,
What?
how do you guys feel about Ash's brother, Mr. Mime?
You mean his
I
father?
ain't his brother. That's his dad.
Yeah, that's his dad.
That's not his dad. And I will tell you why he's not his dad. Because when Ash left home, his mom had a void in her life. She had no one to take care of and no one to do the chores. In comes Mr. Mime, a dude.
A
Oh.
dude.
A dude. Yeah, sorry, I got lost connection signal. So a dude who comes in, does all of the things that she wants, lives in the house, and just literally just takes care of her. Some might say that's a sugar daddy, but it's literally the brother that Ash was supposed to be. Like Dahlia wanted Mr. Mime, but she got an Ash.
That's crazy.
Think of it this way: how many times has Dahlia watched her son live do anything?
How many times has Ash's mom watched him play, like in a league?
Yeah.
A lot.
Every
She was in.
every champion, every tournament she's watched.
Yeah.
She
She's either
wasn't at the
watched.
World Formation tournament, and she wasn't in Alola.
What? Yeah, she was. She was at Alola.
In the
She got
In the-
flown. She got flown out by
Professor Cuckoo.
by
Samson Oak.
Hawaiian
Yeah,
Professor Oak.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Literally, the matches that count. She's
Wait, what?
she's usually there for like a fluffer match.
A fluffer? What do you mean by a fluffer match?
Round 1 of the tournament. Again, and usually you're fighting. You're like the guy Ash fights is someone that's not have any real screen time or development as a character. It's usually like a guy you met. an
Ash's
episode
mom
ago.
has been there from then to the end of each tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Let's Google this.
I wanted dead. Right. My son probably played up higher. It's 240. Swing. Great.
Yeah, it says she's attended tournaments as a spectator to cheer Ash on, such as the Beach Beauty and the Pokemon costume contest. She was even at that in Port Vista.
Those are fluffer matches, bro.
She's literally has been at what you call a fluffer match to the end. Like when Ash started the tournament to when he ended, she either went at the end of the tournament and saw him lose, or she watched it from
All right,
her
I'll bring
TV.
up Ash's mom is not there as much as someone like Team Rocket was. Team Rocket hates Ash, and they bought tickets to the watch
they
all
don't-
of his tournament.
They don't hate Ash. They stalk
do
Ash. They stalk
They're
Ash.
his biggest fans. They're his biggest fans because the whole thing is if the twerp could beat us as consistently, he has to be special.
Yeah, they don't hate Ash. They stalked Ash.
Mhm.
The reason I bring this up is because in the championship round, when he fights Leon, there's only one companion that comes to see him that's actually traveled with him on distance. There's the girl with the Eevee, but I feel like someone like Brock traveled with him longer. They have more of a connection.
Go wasn't
And
even there.
they watched him on TV.
But Go wasn't even there. And Go was with them the entire region of that series.
Go is the only one that gets a pass because it's one of those things where it's like I'm achieving my dream the same time you achieve your dream. Next time I see you, we must be fulfilled.
But what do you think Brock was doing?
Not cheering him on in person. He was
achieving his dream. He was trying to be a Poke breeder.
He already is a Poke breeder.
He was achieving his dream, bro. Like,
He was trying to be the
he was
greatest.
he was
He wants to
he
be the
was
greatest
booed
now.
up. He was booed up with the baddest girl in the verse. What are we talking about? He was with B or not B, Olivia.
True.
He had priorities, man.
Before that,
So
he was,
why was Dawn able to go even though she's also trying to still pursue her dreams?
Who? The girl with the Eevee? We don't
Dawn
even know
was
her
there.
fucking name.
no Dawn.
Dawn was there.
That's because Dawn already got her dream. She already won contests. She's already
What about
like
Iris? What about
Iris
Iris?
was-
Iris is the champion. Iris is cheap. She's a dragon
she
master.
was in the Masters 8 and she lost at that point.
And she's the
You
champion of
can't
her
stick
region.
around and watch.
She's also the champion
Because
of her region.
Cynthia and Zalelia
Wait.
are both champions. That
Are
don't
you
have
are
as
you
much
saying
investment in his life.
are you saying that they weren't there at the final battle?
Yeah, that's really it. It's just it's shocking. It's not like I'm cutting their ass. It's just more of
Excuse me.
like it's shocking that and
You're breaking up.
it's the championship rounds because I personally experienced that where I wanted people to come cheer me on and only one person showed up and it's not the person I thought would show up. It's still cool. I still did my thing, but it would have been nice if my mom was there like his mom wasn't. And also I had my own little Team Rocket in that frame. Like people I didn't care about came and watched me fight. So it's a very interesting dynamic compared to people like every other anime protagonist will have their entire squad of villains and heroes in some way, shape, or fashion.
So
attendance
you're
in
saying
the
you're
area.
saying the fact that they couldn't make it there, but they were watching the actual fight all around the world doesn't mean anything?
I think it does.
It's telling.
They literally
from a
watched the
writer's
fight.
perspective.
Now that's
May
like,
was like you expect everybody to have a plane ticket, bro?
here's the thing. This is my answer to that. Rebuttal to that.
Actually, I do.
Here's the thing. Here's my rebuttal to that. Okay. That's like saying you want to go to the Super Bowl. Not everybody can make it to the Super Bowl, right? Not everybody can go to the Super Bowl. Not everybody can go to the chip. Not everybody can
How
go
do
to
you
the
know the
World
tickets didn't get sold out?
No, not everybody
Like-
can go to the World Cup. Not everybody can go to
Every I know for sure you get at least 2 to 5 tickets as a participant in one of those special events.
And you
for
just
family
named
that
5 of them out of how many companions Ash has? Everybody was
And
watching
only
your boy.
only one showed up. Like
not to
You-
mention
the one
there
time
were
your
other
mom needs to really be there and not at a fluffer match, she wasn't there. Professor Oak has an excuse. He's watching all of the kids.
And Ash's mom was there watching it with him.
She is just watching it on TV at the gym. She couldn't close the gym down for a day. But
No,
my main thing to bring
probably
it up-
not.
no, she
a lot of
works.
people need to like say like it's very interesting that they took that approach for Ash as the protagonist. It's not even to like shit on them. It's more to be like, you don't see that.
The thing, I think you're
It's
so
usually,
focused
like,
on the fact that
huge-
they weren't. You're so focused on the fact that they weren't physically there, but not focusing on the fact that they were watching him. They were actually paying attention to. It'd be one thing if they weren't there and they weren't even watching him. Everybody was watching him.
Facts.
Everyone, people we forgot about were watching Ash.
True. But
Like what's his face?
how many? What I'm trying to say is like, how many other protagonists can you say has had that experience?
I mean, a lot of protagonists' friends died before that happened. Like,
I'm not talking about the dead ones, because like,
that doesn't really happen in
No.
Pokemon like that.
yeah,
Yeah, it is far and few in between. Yeah,
but it is still weird. That's really all I'm saying.
I disagree, bro. I think it was very impactful that everybody, characters we forgot about, were watching Ash from far, from a different place. They could have been doing whatever the fuck they were doing instead, but they couldn't even. They didn't even have to put them in there. Like, what's his face? I can't remember his name. He dressed up as the Cacturn in Gen 3. He was like May's like rival.
I remember
He
him.
made an appearance.
He did, yeah. I
Like,
remember him.
I think that's
the
pretty
only reason I'm not
impactful.
giving it more stock is because it's the World Championships of the biggest event in the world. It's like the World Cup. It's like, yeah, of course, a lot of people are watching the World Cup. It means a lot to a lot of people. I
Yeah.
can't say that you're just watching to tune in because you haven't we could infer that to all the companions they're watching because they miss. But it also affects their jobs and their lives.
But how can you say that, but then expect them to shut down the gym for? It's not just a day, bro. Like, you're traveling from a different region to another region. That's not just for a day, bro. You can't have
Depending
both.
on where you're from. Like if I'm coming over
Did you
from
just say
Palos,
Misty? That's like
yeah,
from
Misty.
that's literally from Gen 1 to Gen 8. That is that's across the world, bro. It's Japan to fucking Spain. Like, that's pretty far. To just
Really
be
far.
like, it's not gonna be one day. You're traveling for one day. I don't know, man. I mean, I hear what you're saying, but I don't think you're seeing the bigger picture of things, man. Like, they all were watching. They were tuned in. They were all on the edge of their seats. They were all on the edge. We were on our edge of their seats.
I was definitely on the edge of my couch. I was like this.
Like, everybody was locked in, bro.
Yeah, so I give everybody. I wouldn't even say I give them a pass. I say they're all cool. They participated the best way they could with everything going on. People have jobs. People I understand because it's like I said, it's like when we go to our different events or conventions or football, or if we can't make it, we're there in spirit. We're watching on social media.
Right.
I don't know. Like, I'm there.
Listen,
in spirit.
bro. Pokeballs cost 200 yen. In this Poke economy, you think they could just fly off the drop of a dime?
I know I can't.
Come on, man. Misty don't even got a flying Pokemon. Well, she got Gyarados, but that don't count.
Gyarados,
But that doesn't count. That doesn't count. That doesn't count.
Gyarados flies in canon. You
You
ever
think-
seen a
you think-
Gyarados fly? That's just
Are you
scary, bro.
saying Misty can hop on her Gyarados and fly from Japan to Spain? Because you're
No,
bugging
but
if
she
you're
could definitely
saying
hop on the
that.
Gyarados and surf.
And how long would that take?
That would take
How
a little
long
bit.
would that
I don't know.
take?
Gyarados is fast. Gyarados is fast, bro.
It wouldn't take a day, bro. You said she could shut down the gym for a day. Come on, bro. Come, she gonna be out in Spain for a week. Like,
No, Spain is Paldea. She's going to England. She's going to England.
Still, she technically has to
England-
cross the continent.
And
that's still that. I get it. You're right. It is England. It's not Spain.
it's very easy to travel to England.
How far is Spain? How as far as Spain from? Or not Spain? I keep saying Spain. How far
I
is
think we're more
England
talking
from?
about like the characters themselves, and more. I'm trying to like as a narrative, like as a writer. You know what I mean? Like as a writer writing Pokemon.
Yeah, and they wrote them in the end to watch from where they were. I think it's more impactful to see different frames of different places around the world that Ash has impacted, and they're tuning into him versus them just sitting in a stand and we're just seeing one frame of 20 niggas. Like, you can't get the emotion off of each of the characters. If they're all in one stand, they're all going to be in one frame. But you see different emotions throughout different parts of the world that Ash has been to.
I say that that last part, Dragon Ball does it where everyone's usually in one frame and you can't capture the audience's emotions. That's usually how they describe the battle effects. But what I was trying to mostly get on is that as a writer, not even like the fans, the characters themselves, as a writer, it's very interesting that you introduced all of these companions throughout the years and you have him face his final challenge alone. it's like a coming of passage. It's like he's finally, you know, on actual equal
You're breaking up, bro.
footing with us.
We
Cynthia
didn't hear
or
anything of
Leon.
that, or at least I didn't.
Hey, I didn't hear
You know what I mean? Like he's actually
I
achieved
don't know what you
legendary
mean.
player
I didn't hear what
status.
you said. I did not. We did not hear.
No,
what
I
you
said, can you hear me
bro.
now?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
We can hear you now.
No, I'm talking about like right now, right now. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, what I'm
And just like that, with the wind.
narratively, like as an author, I've introduced almost 15 to 20 companions over multiple regions, like every person who's watched Pokemon could identify with one of the companions in one way, shape, or form. Am I wrong in saying that?
No, I don't think so.
No, you're not.
So it's just very interesting. I'm not saying like I'm not trying to shit on anybody. I'm really just saying like it's interesting that they let him do the battle by himself.
But he really wasn't, though.
And the only person that did go was his apprentice. The only person that he's actually taught how to be like to fight in a sense.
Talking
Because
about
Dawn,
the girl, the
for all
Eevee, who
intents and
lived in that
purposes-
region. She lived in that
No,
region.
but like out of all the characters, Dawn is definitely like the one that he's like you could feel like is the like he taught like that was their dynamic, like teacher and student. Like they tried to do that with like May, but it didn't really come across as well.
What did Ash teach Dawn?
Pokemon battling, caring for Pokemon.
She
you
was a
know,
contester. She didn't do battles.
You still have to train. He trains with her. He teaches her like the dynamics of moves because we praise Ash for his unorthodox methods.
Yeah, but I'm just failing to see how like what does Dawn do like in her contests that well I guess she did do the
Control.
well no I was gonna say the spinny move. She did that, but everybody patented that from
Everybody
Ash.
does counter shield when they learn counter shield, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like everybody did that. So that's not even really like a thing that he specifically taught her. Everybody bit Ash's style from that.
Facts.
But she by being with him got to see because the main thing is that separates also her from everyone else's journeys is that when Ash was traveling with her, Ash was also going up against his biggest challenge yet in Paul, who literally is the opposite of him in every single way. So it's like, how are you going to also deal with a battle of ideals? It's Pokemon battling in the Pokemon world is a lot more than stats and clicks.
Yeah, but
The way that Ash handled Paul and eventually was proven right is the narrative theme of Sinnoh, and Dawn being a backseat witness in a sense was portrayed way better than May, who was also supposed to be the first version of an apprentice kind of character. But May didn't really care about Ash's opinions.
I was gonna say not really, bro. Like May and Ash's dynamic isn't the same as Dawn and
No, I
Ash's
agree.
dynamic.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like it was
I hate Dawn. I'm an avid Dawn hater. I don't like Dawn. But
well, I could tell. I could tell. You didn't have
I
to
mean,
tell
most people don't like Dawn. She's fucking annoying.
No
need to worry.
Not as annoying as Iris.
Iris.
Iris was more annoying to me than Dawn. Don't get me wrong. Dawn was annoying, but it was Iris for me.
No need to worry. We're in the region of Satan. No need to worry.
If she's a Satanist, then you know. then you really don't even have to
saying-
worry. That's
I'm not saying she's a Satanist. I'm saying that's the region of time, space. That's God region.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, and she's saying no need to worry. Come on now.
It's on the same 15 people. This one? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, I just want to understand your take. Are you saying that not everybody physically being there at Ash's final battle is a knock to the writers? Is that saying like that's poor writing?
No. It's
Okay.
interesting. It's an interesting method.
So what do you mean by interesting? Because it sounds like you're putting air quotes in between interesting. I don't think you actually mean it's interesting.
It is interesting in both a negative and a positive way. That's why I'm talking about it, because it's a very gray area part of maturing as a man or as a person in general, not just a man.
Yeah, but I don't think it's a negative at all because again, it's like they could have just not shown anybody. That would have been kind of crazy. They could have showed just the people in Gen 8 and just left it at that. They didn't even have to pan back to Pallet Town with Professor Oak and his mom and all of his Pokemon watching. They didn't even have to do that. But the writers did that. They did above and beyond with that.
I think I could honestly say 100% sure. There's only a few people that Ash knew was like going to actually watch. Just because we've seen these other people watch doesn't mean that he knows. So mentally, that, approaching this battle, you have to have a lot of confidence in yourself. And it shows also that, like, at this point, he does have a lot of confidence in himself and his friends. That, because usually he has two homies watching him at all times, and he knows that they're there. Like,
not gonna lie, Ash lost some confidence when Pikachu was seeing 2 and fell over. He said, "Pikachu!"
I think we all lost confidence.
Yo.
And then Pikachu was in the white room. I swear Pikachu died there.
No, I thought Pikachu croaked. I ain't gonna hold you.
Pikachu died. He saw all of his other friends, like, and they gave in each region, and that got me. That turned me up.
No, we being
that
real.
Turned
Pikachu
me
did die. He died. He just didn't cross the sticks. He just didn't cross the river.
Yep.
He didn't cross the river. He didn't cross the river Styx. And Arceus is like, no, that's my child. I'm bringing you back to life.
Everybody was like, get up.
Arceus brought Pikachu back to life and gave him the power boost.
Question, guys. Is a child of Arceus, or would he be a blessing of Ho-Ho?
Child of Arceus.
Child of Arceus.
Because here's the thing: if he's a blessing of Ho-Oh, that means he would have had to die, and he had to be reborn as something else, like those 3 other unidentified Pokemon, which were a Flareon, a Vaporeon, and a Jolteon. Let's be honest, and they turned into, Entei, Suicune, and Raikou.
Yeah,
like he would have had to die and become something else if he was a blessing of Ho-Oh.
Which is why, son of Arceus.
But they have said that Pikachu is an abnormal Pikachu on more occasions.
Oh yeah, 100%. He's the son of Arceus.
It's a theory because, like, how everyone says that Ash died
in the first episode.
Like it was supposed he died in the first episode, and everything's either a coma or a dream, or he came back to life by Ho-Ho, or Ho-Ho made him 10 forever. Like, there's a whole bunch of, people's theories on that first episode.
Yeah, I mean, if Ash did come back to life, he was red at first, and he came back to life as Ash. With the blessing of Ho-Oh.
That's crazy.
Does that mean Gary died and came back as Blue? I mean, as Gary?
Yes.
And he was Blue?
Yes.
Probably.
Damn. There you go.
That's where the timeline split. That's exactly where the timeline
insane.
Gotcha. Just want to make sure.
Oh man. But how we wrapping this up, man?
Right. All right, how are we wrapping this up? Well, I'll tell you. All right, let me see. And we kind of went over everything.
Oh, good.
The next thing I want to talk about is his relationships with just his Pokemon. Now, it's one of those things where like Ash, like everyone who had pets could relate to the way Ash feels when, like you said, when like Pikachu gets hurt, or Pikachu's successful, or even he's just coming to say hi. What is your favorite Ash Pokemon?
Our favorite Ash Pokemon?
Yes. Like, not like I would say my favorite Pokemon in general is Gengar. But Ash's Gengar is not my favorite Ash Pokemon.
I'm not gonna lie. My favorite Ash Pokemon is probably Charizard. And it might be a little bit of bias because that was my first Pokemon. And also not even really a bias, but just seeing Ash with Charizard and all the fights that Charizard's been in after he listened to him. In my opinion, again, it's not Charizard's fault that he didn't listen to Ash. That is Ash's fault. But after he listened to Ash, Charizard was that dude, bro. He went toe to toe with Entei, went toe to toe with actually beat Articuno, and honestly he should have high diffed, but they had to drag that out.
Mm-hmm.
Blastoise, like a lot of Charizard's fights, bro, are iconic to me. But if I'm not gonna do a Charizard glaze, I probably would say Sceptile. His Sceptile was a sleeper. He took down Darkrai.
He did.
And as much as I do give Ash a lot of hate for that match, and he did throw. I'm not saying he didn't throw. He did plan a little bit of it. He used his Heracross, which had Sleep Talk. So, he knew that Darkrai was going to put his Pokemon to sleep. So he sent out Heracross, which was strong against Darkrai, and it had Sleep Talk. So he's like, oh, you want to put me to sleep? Cool, use Sleep Talk. And it used Megahorn and Sleep Talk. So I will give, that's right there again. That's Ash. He kind of was big brain with that, even though he still lost.
Mm-hmm.
It was a little bit of a big brain moment. But yeah, I'd have to say Charizard. I guess top 3 would be Charizard, Sceptile, and Swellow. Oh my gosh, his Swellow, bro. His Swellow was on demon time.
Always.
Took a thunder armor. Thunder armor.
There will never be another feat like that. Thunder armor was crazy.
Come on now. What are we talking about, bro? Bro, I don't know what's wrong with my lights right now.
All right. Me?
You gonna say Lucario?
Of course. Like, of course.
I knew you were. Why are you even building it up? Why are you even building it up?
Of course. Okay, his Lucario got him as an egg, got a Riolu, raised that motherfucker to a Lucario, then got a Mega Lucario. His Lucario was unmatched. Took down Cynthia's Garchomp.
His Lucario was like that.
His Lucario, in a short span of time, his Lucario became him.
Like the Aurasphere Spirit Bomb, that was pretty crazy.
Okay. All right. If I had to choose 2 others, Greninja, hands down. Ash Greninja, body in the verse. All right, he was out here creating feats. Got hold by Charizard, still bullshit.
With the Mega Charizard X in the frame right now.
That's beside the point. That's beside the point. Okay. I haven't found an Ash Greninja yet, so give me some grace here. All right. And then Infernape.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Infernape.
It's a Nissan. The Nissan, because that's the one that she was.
Infernape was out here. Infernape was like, all right, Y'all piss me off. It's Blaze time. Everybody getting wrecked. It is what it is.
Yeah. I might have to swap Swellow for Infernape. Swellow's in my top 5, though. Ash's Swellow's in my top 5. I got to give it to Ash's Swellow. Swellow is in my top 5.
Swallow took Thunderbolts like it was freaking like chicken dinners.
Even as a Talo.
Yeah, it was just built different.
Like, it didn't have like a special ability or a special niche thing. No, it was just taking them.
No, he was like, no, I'm out here
Technically,
getting.
Swallow's ability is guts. So if it becomes paralyzed or,
Even still, man, Swallow was out here.
I do wish they kept the chocolate theme with him though when he was a Swallow.
Like
he loved chocolate.
Yeah,
he loved chocolate as a Talo, and that's one thing I wish the writers did with Swallow is his love for chocolate still. But
like it grew with him. Okay, yeah.
Some Pokemon grow out of there,
Yeah. All right. We answered your question. I guess you got to answer yours, and then we'll wrap up from there.
Yeah. So my closing statements is pretty much with what you said, Jordan. Your love for Charizard was what I was trying to convey when I brought him up in the first place. How his journey is a very fulfilling one, even though I was personally disappointed in his initial. Because I'm a kid watching this, but the way that you described your love for Charizard really speaks to the maturity of the writing of a character that only says Char. And Lucario's a G. Like Lucario, it was about time he got the Lucario.
It been needed to be done. Long time ago.
Gen 8 was basically Ash getting Pokemon that he needed and a little bit of the new Gen Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
I would say the new Gen Pokemon he still needed Sirfetch'd and Dracovish.
No. I'm not saying like he needed to win. I mean like iconic Pokemon to end out Ash's, because they could have gave him all Gen 8 Pokemon, right? Like because it was in Gen 8. Mm-hmm. And it was called Journeys. So it was the journey of Ash and Go and, Ash also as well. His first Pokemon he got in that region was fucking Dragonite. Okay? Most of his regions, his first Pokemon he gets is either the regional bird or a starter. And he didn't get any of those. So that's what I mean by like Pokemon that he needed. He needed to get a Dragonite before the series was over. He needed to get Lucario before the season was over. And Gengar. Like those were Pokemon that he like quote unquote needed before he left,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like Lucario became him. They even had to go see Big Bro Greninja.
Yeah. Teach me the aura ways, bro.
Yeah. So I would say my favorite Pokemon of Ash is obviously, I mean, it's not obvious, but it's just Pikachu. The number one. Pikachu has so many emotional moments throughout the series. Like, for instance, when Ash dies in the I Choose You movie and Pikachu talks, I've talked to many fans, and that moment makes people cry. Like, full-grown
I was tearing
cry.
up. Yeah. I was tearing up.
I'm not gonna lie, I did too.
So that speaks volumes to the fact that we care so much about this little mouse that when he speaks for the first time, we are instantly moved. And it is also very emotional that they just start playing the fucking theme song of the first generation when he's powering up in the final fight and everyone loses their crap.
Yeah, that was very well executed. I really respected that. I liked it.
Like if they never wrote Pikachu as well as they did, that final moment of the championship round wouldn't be as fulfilling as it is. So I feel that was one of the only times where an anime has a real good ending that rewards you for putting in 20 years of watching. not many people, like shows in general, don't always stick the landing. And it's crazy to see that a young boy from Pallet Town who got crapped on for not being very successful finally won at a time in the fans' lives where a lot of people who grew up with Pokemon may be feeling some type of struggle in their life that may be some burden or unbearable feeling that you may feel throughout the day. It is entirely inspiring to see Ash finally come through, never give up, and keep doing what he always wanted to do.
Yep, I agree. We needed to win.
And that is.
And that, what do you what?
And that is becoming champion.
No, guys.
What? I'm confused.
It's to be the very best.
Oh no, he still didn't consider
that
himself
no one
the
ever
very
was.
best. That's the crazy part.
You
He
said
still
what?
he still didn't consider himself the very best. That's the crazy part.
No,
Yeah, but
it's
he
also
was.
crazy that when you watch the closing episode, they did the finals after he became champion. He still stayed. Just because I'm a champion doesn't mean that I'm a Pokemon master. What makes you question
That's what
is,
I mean.
what do you need to do to become a master?
Go to the top of a hill, empty
And what
silver,
is a
and wait for
Pokemon
someone to
master?
challenge you because you're a legendary trainer.
Yes, you're more legendary than like if people see you, they freak out more than they see a Rayquaza. I guess that's what you're in a book. Like the Pokédex could Google you.
Well, I mean, Ash did make that happen. Whether he doesn't really believe that he's the best doesn't nullify that he is the best. I mean, he had clout in his region.
True.
Even before the Masters
No,
Eight.
without a it is not even close that he is the best after being Leon, because
Leon
let's
was
go back to
undefeated.
games. How games? Leon is the only trainer that you fight initially throughout the playthrough that you have to fight with level like 80s, like on your team.
Leon was a problem.
Like every other champion.
Leon was definitely a problem. He was undefeated for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then like, the fact that you're able to literally see how things, you know,
You are breaking up.
cool. Sorry.
It's all good.
But yeah, man. So
Thank you.
wait, hold up,
Pretty
bro.
much thank you too for
All right, there you go.
starting off this ride. Hello?
Yeah, no, we were just making sure we can hear you. Go ahead. Barely. You're breaking up again. You got
All right, so thank you all for joining us. Hello.
Yes.
No, I was even holding my breath. I was like, I don't even want to breathe right now. Can you hear me?
Yes.
We can hear you now. Say it quick.
Jesus Christ. Help me. Thank you all for joining me on the starting voyage of the S.S.G., which stands for the Cyclical Symposium of Fables and Gambits. Thank you all for helping me with the test. And thank you, JSmack TV and Ideal Tone, for, starting this off in a very positive way.
No problem, man.
Absolutely. Healthy debates. Glad to be here.
Yes. So next week topic, let's see. Well, I'm not even going to say next week, but next topic is Tuxedo Mask.
I got so much shit to say. I got so much shit to say.
Oh, I need to get it all out. I
got
figured
so
if I'm
much
going to
shit
be
to
moving
say about that
positive, I got to
motherfucker.
drag it back
Yo.
to me. It's more of like, can you defend Tuxedo Mask? Because I will not defend this man for my life.
I don't know too much
I'm
about
also
Sailor
gonna
Moon,
bring,
but
I got a Sailor Moon expert. I think we can pull in. I'm just saying.
Yeah, bring whoever you want. The more the merrier. But I'm just trying to say, next symposium is Tuxedo Mask.
all right, bet. All right, guys.
All right, guys.
Well, it's been real. We will get at you guys next time we come together for the SSFG. But Xantar, not bad, bro. Good segment, man. I like this. So definitely can't wait to see
man.
you bring it full throttle on your channel, which will be soon, guys. So keep a lookout for that. But for
Yes,
now,
sir.
you know, I am helping the brother out, so well, let him use it on my channel for now. So, but that's going to change, I think, in like you said November or something. But yeah. So, but until then, we will catch you guys later. Peace.
Peace.